Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokono Man at YouTube with another product review. Today we'll be looking at the SMS Ultimate Paint Remover. Very similar to the Gunzi Mr. Colour range. This has been formulated to remove any different type of paint off your miniatures, plastic or models without too much damaging the plastic. We're going to do a series of tests and talk about the use. This product is designed to be reclaimable and reusable. So after you have stripped paint with it, you can tip it back in the jar and keep using it until it virtually taints and waters down to the point where it's not as effective or completely evaporates. So don't think that once you've used your quarter of a litre that it's all over. It generally keeps going and going, a lot like the bottle of bleach that I've got. Now, we all know that it is quite easy to remove alcohol-based acrylics, enamels and lacquers, and you can use general or multi-purpose thinner. The problem with multi-purpose thinner is it will damage polystyrene, soften it and weaken the detail. Bleach is pretty good, but depending on how old the paint, how it's applied and how many layers, can sometimes take many days for the paint to strip. And the most importantly, wargaming miniatures, especially if you're buying an army off eBay and whatnot, and need to strip it and you don't know the history, they do use very heavy duty enamels as an undercoat, and polyurethane paints, when made in contact with general purpose thinner, can gang up and go all disgusting. Yet using the Dettol method can remove the water-based or polyurethane-based paints such as the Games Workshop line or Vallejo. It will not strip through the enamel, and enamels can take quite a long time. With Ultimate Paint Remover, this is going to be more marketed to wargamers. The idea is it's going to strip everything off in 5 to 10 minutes. So we're going to add this into this jar, leave the figure in there for a little while, rinse it off and see if we go down to bare metal. So we can see our little Imperial Guard is in there. It is soaking through into the paint. So this is about 10 minutes. We're going to reclaim the solution. In about 3 rounds, about 10 minutes apiece, because it really took a while to soak through the acrylic or the urethane based paint. But I'm pretty happy. There is still a bit of enamel in the details and the creases and whatnot. A bit more soaking, and that would be pure plastic. So wargaming miniatures are one thing. Another thing is your military kits, your Gundams and whatnot that are painted with your traditional acrylics, enamels and lacquers. A lot of you who follow my content are aware that this poor tank gets tested out a lot and would have about half a dozen coats of paint on it. We did strip all the paint a while ago for our bleach tutorial, and we're going to strip all this paint off again for this one. For the tank, I find pairing this up with a jar works quite nicely. As you can put this on top to prevent evaporation. I'm going to drop the tank in and let that soak for a little while. So that was approximately 5 minutes, and the lacquer paint is just running straight off it. And that's just a close-up. You can see the paint running all over the place. Some of it is definitely in there. This was one 5-minute soak and rinsed under water. We're talking about a lot of coats of paint, including automotive primer. And we're seeing patches of bare plastic. We'll do a second soak and see if it's completely gone. And that is 2 coats. Not too bad considering the experiments and treatments this vehicle has gone through. The last test we're going to do is in line with Gundam models. We're going to find out if each of the plastic types will survive many hours under the treatment of this paint stripper. We have styrene, 3D printed ABS, clear styrene, resin and polycap material. I'm going to fill each of these shot glasses with the dirty paint stripper, and we're going to see if it's either melts, makes marks, or leave paint residue behind. We'll leave these out for half a night and we will see, since everything is half submerged, if there's been any differences made with the areas that have been untouched and the areas that have been submerged. That has been approximately 24 hours. No big differences yet. So after the 24 hours soak, we've got some mixed results. Polystyrene, the ABS, the clear plastic is completely unharmed. There's no marking, no clouding, full flex. There's no difference in the chemical composition. Polycap's still very flex, and the styrene is okay. On the other hand, 3D printed ABS has become brittle and it snaps very easy, and funnily enough, resin becomes quite soft and it virtually disintegrates. So realistically, any material, 5 to 10 minutes is very safe. Mind you, I would not soak resin and ABS for longer than 10 minutes. Issues can arise from it. In the way of your plastics for model kits in Gundams, I would not worry whatsoever and allow longer soaks. So if it's just a styrene figure, go to town. If it's one of those Gundam kits that may have some mixed ABS parts, be careful. For resin, stick to bleach. I think this product might not be appropriate. So overall, this product is extremely impressive. I did use very harsh models to test this product on that has either many layers of paint, or it is the polyurethane for wargaming. Wargaming, I think this is absolutely perfect, hands down ideal. Everything else, it's not bad. It is not a replacement for bleach or Dettol or anything, but in case there's a looming competition or you're frustrated, you painted a few parts on the Gundam kit, and you just want to quickly remove it and get back to painting it within the day, this works insanely fast. It is very ideal for that. Wargaming, I think it's very perfect if you buy an army container of this and you strip 10 miniatures at a time in a jar or something larger. That is absolutely perfect. It is reclaimable. The bottle claims you can use it about 4 times. I reckon you could probably stretch it out longer until you notice that it's taking a lot longer to strip paint due to it being diluted in paint and other chemicals. Obviously there are some safety concerns. It is flammable. There's a large quantity. Don't get it on your skin. Use it outdoors or where there's plenty of ventilation. The smell is quite pungent, and and since you're leaving something around to soak for a period of time, you do not want kids or pets or anything around. If you are a family person or whatnot, and you can't afford to have bleach laying around all day to soak parts, this is also a good product because you can supervise it directly for 5-10 minutes without getting bored. Rinse the parts, close the lid, and you're not going to have children or anyone drinking it. Just make sure that it's locked in an appropriate container. All in all, this product definitely has my stamp of approval. The formulation is very similar to the Mr. Hobby version, so that is extremely interesting. Check it out on the Scale Modeler Supplier or SMS Facebook page. They will be available online shortly, as well as links to where you can buy it in Australian stores. Thank you very much for watching. As always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. Check out Facebook in the description below for usual updates. Twitch, where I'll do occasional live streaming, as well as other platforms I happen to be on. Thank you very much for watching. As always, until next time, leave comments if you want questions answered or interaction, and we will see you guys next time. Stay tuned for more videos.